perfection has been perfected with the Apple Watch Series 5. The best smartwatch of all time has now even gotten better with the Series 5. The Series 4 was a huge step forward. From the new design to the health-related features, Apple's move with the Series 5 is an interesting one. They perfected and added everything we wanted, and they haven't done much else. Why? Well, they simply don't need to. What's up, guys, and welcome to my review of the Apple Watch Series 5. Before I start, if you guys haven't watched the unboxing of the Apple Watch Series 5, it's linked up right here. And if you guys didn't see the vlog on me actually going to pick it up, go watch that because it's a good one. So it's kind of crazy to see how much the Apple Watch has evolved within the last few years. I mean, just the thought that the Apple Watch didn't exist a couple years ago just blows my mind. This guy has evolved so much and it's gotten so good. And now with the Apple Watch Series 5, it's gotten so much better. The Apple Watch Series 5 has an always-on display, which is possible by the LTPO, which basically brings the refresh rate from 60Hz to 1Hz and turns it into this low power mode and always has the time ready for you. Fun fact, they actually take a lot more into consideration which watch face I'm actually using throughout the day because, well, people can actually see what watch face I'm actually using. People can actually see what watch I'm using. It's kind of choosing your outfit, choosing your band, and then choosing your watch face now, because once again, everybody can see what you're using. The always-on display is so incredibly useful because the Apple Watch now acts more of a watch. There's so many occasions where you just don't have time to just look at your wrist. Sometimes you're typing and you just want to look at your wrist. Sometimes you just want to do like this and look at your watch. Sometimes you just don't want to turn up your wrist. When you're working out, for example, you don't want to raise up your wrist. You just want to focus on the run and you just want to take a glance at the workout. Apple has designed every single watch face to fade when you don't use them, so all of them, every single one of them has actually been designed carefully. If you want to turn off the always on display, it's pretty simple. Just go to settings, display and brightness, and just turn off always on. If you just want to turn it off for just an hour or a couple of hours, if you're at the movie theater, for example, you can just scroll up on the control center and just hit theater mode. Now the battery, a lot of you guys have been asking me for the battery. Is it worse than the Series 4 since it's always on? Just a little bit, in my opinion. I don't usually run out of battery with the Apple Watch Series 4 or the 5. So yeah, Apple hasn't dramatically improved the battery. In some case, it's actually worse sometimes, but it's definitely worth it with the always-on display. One tiny yet huge detail that Apple has made is this. If you're texting somebody and then just stop using the Apple Watch, the watch will actually blur the conversation and just show you the time. So this is huge. This is a huge deal for privacy reasons. This is just Apple being Apple and the Apple Watch being the Apple Watch. It's incredible. So yes, the Apple Watch Series 5 now does include a compass. Some people say it's stupid. Is it useful? Is it not? It is really useful. Like the actual compass app, I mean, if you're a hiker, you're probably gonna love it. But the way that I love it, the way that I use it is inside of Maps. See, the thing is, when I actually went somewhere, I actually used my phone always because it had the compass and I actually knew where I was going. And then I kind of transferred over to my Apple Watch, but then I always used my iPhone. Now with the Series 5, I can just confidently use my Apple Watch since I know where I'm going. It sounds like a small deal, it's a big deal. The Series 5 also has international emergency calling. Hopefully you won't need to use this, but it's honestly amazing that Apple has added this wherever you are in the world. If you do not know the emergency phone number, just by holding down on the power button, you'll be able to call international emergency services. This can save lives. The Apple Watch has already saved lives, and now it's gonna save even more lives just because of these tiny features that could potentially save your life. They just make the Apple Watch worth it by itself. Another tiny new spec that Apple has improved with the Series 5 is, with the Series 4, we had 16 gigs of storage with any Apple Watch. Now with the Apple Watch Series 5, we get double the storage and we now get 32 gigabytes. So me personally, I always put like as many storage as I can. I always put as many music as I can with my Apple Watch. So now I can put more storage. So if you're into music or if you're into putting a lot of stuff in your watch, you can now do that. Even more. The Series 5 also comes in two new finishes. Ceramic, which is beautiful, expensively beautiful, but really beautiful. It comes in white and it looks really good. Like really good. And it also comes in this new shiny titanium, which I love. I'm super happy with this titanium because it's classy, it's lightweight, and it looks really good. Like it blends in like the aluminum and the stainless steel and brings it into one. If you're into classy yet lightweight watches, this is probably the watch for you. So yes, the Apple Watch Series 5 continues to be amazing. It still saves lives with the ECG app and the heart rate app, It still replies to text easily, it still answers calls, still lets you use your photos, still motivates you to move more, still lets you track your workouts, still lets you check your activity ranks, still lets you track your favorite upcoming films with Kernel, link in the description. So concluding my review, do I recommend the Series 5? And my answer is definitely yes. If you're coming from a Series 4, you're not going to notice that many differences because mainly the big one, yet really awesome one, like you're really going to love it, but it's probably not the biggest change, is the always on display. Now, why hasn't Apple though included more features in the Series 5? The answer is simple. Apple does not have competition in the smartwatch market. They just don't need to bring the craziest features because Apple is simply so ahead of the game and they just don't want to. They'd rather take it slowly, perfect everything they need to. If they really were in a hardcore competition with another brand, Apple would probably step up their game a lot. But since the Apple Watch is basically perfected, they don't have competition. That's why Apple hasn't dramatically changed the Apple Watch this year. They just don't need to.